the friendship one.
I don't like you.
Well, whatever. Well, are you ready?
No.
I watched on this side. It's been a week since we've seen you, and we're so glad you're joining us for this week's episode.
A big hearty welcome to everybody who has seen us before and those who haven't seen us before.
Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Why should I watch you?
Ring-a-ding-ding.
We talk about fun things that we think you want to hear about, and if you don't want to hear about them, tell us in the comments, and we're happy to hear your feedback.
I'm not sure what it is.
Let's dive in to this week's question. Friendship.
How do you define friendship? Tell us in the comments below and have a friendly conversation.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Proverbs 18:24 says, "A man of many companions may come to ruin,
Mm-hmm.
but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother."
And I have two of them.
two brothers.
Two brothers.
Or two friends who stick closer.
Also that. Well, a friend to me is like you.
Oh.
You know, friends are the families that we choose for ourselves. You're one of those friends.
Thank you.
And the love that we kind of have for friends is a little bit different than the love we have for families.
There can also be friendship in marriage, and there should be. You'll want to check out this Terry Meeuwsen interview with former QVC host Dan Wheeler, who lost his best friend, his wife, due to cancer. And in the interview, he and Terry talked about how he survived that grief with losing his best friend. Check out that interview here. Dan and his family have the most inspiring story. One of the themes that stuck with me is that God is made perfect in our weakness. All these stories this week have me really into feels.
Here is another awesome testimony of friendship. 50 years of friendship, which is older than I am,
Yeah,
right?
that's a long time.
Check out this true life story that inspired the 2003 movie starring Cuba Gooding Jr.
Mhm.
and Ed Harris, right?
Yep, it was called Radio.
Yeah, check it out here.
All of these feels. So Radio was another movie. I'm talking a lot about crying today, but Radio had me crying. The Testimony had me crying. But you should check them out. They're really good stories. Andrea, what does loving friends look like to you?
If I see a friend struggling, I want to like walk with them and I
Mm.
want to help them, you know? If we walk together, we can come out stronger on the other side. And especially me as a single person, I struggle with it. But I think a lot of us in the society as young Christian people struggle with, you know, what does God want out of me versus what does society say that can like please me real quick and, you know, what's cool, what's not. So if you're single, I know you're married.
Oh, man.
I want to encourage you, YouTube friends, to get unhooked
Yes.
from this culture and live God's way.
So we want to talk to you a little bit more about a campaign we have going now called the Unhooked Campaign. And here to tell us more about that is one of our friends and colleagues, Ashley. Ashley, welcome. Hi.
Hi. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Do you guys remember this? That's what we're talking about. So, Ashley, if you could tell us in 3 words, what does unhooked mean?
Truth. Heart.
I love you.
Intimacy. Made me think a little bit.
Tell us who should sign up and why should they sign up
And
for
what is
this?
it? Tell us what is it?
Yeah.
Well, the Unhooked campaign is really for anyone who is single and identifies as a Christian. We're really just encouraging single people who, you know, are just kind of bummed out that they're single. They feel like there's no hope for them and they feel like their life is just kind of like at a standstill because they don't have someone as a spouse, husband, or wife. We want to encourage you, bring hope into your life because God has such a rich and abundant life for you to live right now, regardless of your marital status. Just because you're single doesn't mean that God doesn't have plans for you, because He certainly does. We are just encouraging people to unhook themselves from the world and hook themselves to the Word of God. A lot of Christians today settle. They settle for what the world tells them is okay. Many times that's being intimate with people outside of marriage and just being physical, just to fill the void that ultimately only Christ can fulfill. We have a 40-day intimacy fast devotional, which we dive into what an intimacy fast is. It's basically taking a break from dating, from any emotional intimacy you might have with someone. It's seriously amazing. I encourage you guys to sign up today. You can start the 40-day devotional anytime. We have a cool journal for you to follow along in with personal notes and reflections. And to top it off, We have awesome content from Mo Isom Aiken, Alec Bevere, Jamal Miller, and Arlene Spenceley.
Praise break. Praise.
Yeah, sorry, that was a lot. That was a lot.
Ash, where can they sign up?
All you have to do is go to cbn.com/unhooked to sign up for the 40-day email devotional.
You can smell it.
Henrik's telling me to point up. I'm pointing up. But then also go there to just watch a 1-hour panel discussion with those people I just mentioned. How do you stay pure in a hookup world? What is an intimacy fast? How can we prepare for marriage as a single person if that's a desire of our heart? So a lot of good stuff. Just go to cbn.com/unhooked.
We'll give you guys a plethora of places to click and share. Yes. We're excited.
Well, that's a wrap for us today. And in honor of talking about friendships, we want to encourage you to like this video and share it with 2 friends, okay?
And subscribe.
Yes.
You need to.
Thanks. Absolutely.
Right now.
All right.
Right this very
Say
instant.
bye on 3. 1, 2, 3. Adios.
Adios.
Flight 82, 7, you're clear for landing.